Namaskar to everyone. We are in the 4th chapter. It has a special name, Jnana Yoga. All our purpose is to gain knowledge, whether it is worldly things or it is spiritual. Here it is associated with the Adhyatma, knowing Atma and making a living. Therefore, it is the highest knowledge here happens to be Atma Jnana. Which shloka we have to go?
23.
23. So he said about the Sthita Prajna once again. Yadrucha lavasantustho dvandvatito vimatsaraha samosiddha vasiddhau cha krutvapina nivadyate. An Atmajnani who doesn't need anything, who hasn't got desire for anything, he lives doing his duties, and he is not bound by his duties. Krutvapina nivadyate. Even after doing his job of what he is born for, he is not bound, he said. And then Gatasangasya muktasya jnanavastita chesaha yajnaya charta karma samagram pravriyate. When a man is free from all attachments, that doesn't mean he is free from all work. He ought to do as long as he is alive, as long as he breathes. That he has said to us in chapter 3. Doing with perfect detachment, whoever is like that, he does all his karma for the sake of yajna. Yajnaya charta karma. He does all his yajna for this, all his karma for the sake of yajna. Samagram pravaliyate. And he totally dissolves himself and he is not bound by anything. So, Gatasangasya muktasya jnana avastita chetasa. The karma of one who is free from attachment, who is liberated, whose mind is rooted in self-knowledge, who performs for the sake of daily yajna, resolves totally. That's the meaning that's there in your book. He is free from all attachment. That's what he wants to say. I think we can recite. Gata sangasya muktasya jnana vastita chetasaha yajnaya charta karma samagram praviliyate. Gata sangasya muktasya jnana vastita chetasaha yajnaya charta karma samagram praviliyate. And we have come to another important shloka of Bhagavad Gita. What is this universe ultimately? It is the expression of the same cosmic consciousness in different form. Maybe plants, maybe animals, maybe virus, maybe human beings. Everything is his own expression. Nothing is new. Analyzing us, what is new in us? All the body that we have got has been drawn from the food that we have eaten. And if there is a self, that cosmic self is also expressing itself as a self. And therefore, viewing that point of view, the entire thing is for the same purpose. Beautifully expressed by Krishna in this shloka. Brahmarpanam brahmahavihi brahmagno brahmanahutam brahmaiva tena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina. Here is an yajna going on. All our life is a part of that yajna. He compares here for a real yajna where we offer something in the fire. Arpanam means the wooden spoon with which they put ghee on the yajna fire. That is also Brahma, he says. Brahma Arpanam. Havis. We offer different havis for different gods, which you already know. That Havis is also Brahma. Brahma Havihi. Havis is also Brahma. Agni. Agni is also Brahma. Brahmagni. And dropping it, that is also Brahma. Hutam means burning. Burning is also Brahma. What is the purpose? Brahmaiva tena gantavyam Brahma karma samadhina. What is the ultimate purpose? Purpose is achieving Brahma. Purpose is achieving Brahma. So, doer is Brahma, the Purohit is Brahma, Agni is Brahma, what we offer is Brahma, the result we want to gain is also Brahma. There is one beautiful shloka from Upanishad. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Those who know this shloka can just for your memory write that one in the note. Everything that one only. There is nothing other than what is there in the cosmic consciousness. We are not new at all. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi. There is an interesting story by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. A man was sitting for his talk one day. On that day, Ramakrishna was beautifully telling, everything is Brahma. You are Brahma, I am Brahma. Whatever the things are there are Brahma, and everything is Brahma. This man who heard only one day's talk got an ego. Oh, I did not know that I am Brahma. And he got an ego that I am Brahma. And then after the talk, he began walking on the roads of Calcutta. In front of him, an elephant was coming. The Mahout on the elephant was shouting, my elephant has become wild, run away, please don't come in the way. But this man thought, foolish fellow, doesn't know that the elephant is also Brahma, I am also Brahma. What can Brahma do to Brahma? Thinking so, he walked near the elephant, it kicked it with its trunk and made him fall into the ditch by the side. He got bandaged. After 2 or 3 days, he went back again to Ramakrishna. Believing your theory, I got hurt. What happened, he asked. You said everything is Brahma. I thought everything is Brahma. And I was walking along the road. He said, what all happened? Then Ramakrishna asked a simple question. Wasn't the Mahout shouting that go away, the animal is wild? Yes, he was, but he did not know that he was Brahma. But you did not know he was also Brahma. Brahma was shouting to you, get away, get away. Why didn't you get away? So you naturally got hurt. Another interesting story is there. Now we have better control over the weather systems. We will know what is going to happen a week ahead. A warning of tsunami was given. Waves having the height of 100 feet will be coming. So vacate the place. They announced it in a particular area. One man was a great believer in God. He heard the announcement, but they were announcing, leave your houses and go to some upper places. You can come back after the tsunami is over. He said, I am not going to believe these fools. I believe in Brahma and he protects me, he said. And all people went away with their vehicles and other things to the upper area. This man did not go. Next, what happened is, they made the announcement on TV, he did not believe. Radio, he did not believe. They made an announcement in the entire town with a vehicle. Please vacate the place. Even he heard, but he did not believe them. And water began to flow as predicted. The cyclone came. Water began to rise. Then came the helicopter to save those who are still stuck in the tsunami. This man saw if he could have waved his dress or some such thing, the helicopter would have come and saved him. But he was not ready to do that. I am believer of Brahma. Why should I listen to this helicopter man and call his help? And he did not call. Naturally, as he would have, the water gushed in, he was drowned, died. After his death, he went to the other world. But he had a question. When all was Brahma, why did I drown? And there was an occasion for him to ask with the superiors, whether it is Yama or God, I don't know with whom he was talking to. When all was Brahma, how is that Brahma did not save me? Then they said, the first warning of the radio was given by Brahma. Second warning of announcement in the town was also by Brahma. The third warning, helping to pick you in a helicopter, was also done by Brahma. And as you did not care to the words of Brahma, naturally that you got drowned. So when we say Brahma, when we say I am Brahma, it must make us more polite, because the other man is also a Brahma. It's not an egoistic statement. The essence in me is the same as the essence in you. The same essence, the seer and the seen are not two different things. It's a vision going on. This is a great shloka. As I said earlier, Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. There are 4 or 5 statements like this in Upanishad. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. Shvetaketo Tatvamasi. Shvetaketu, you are that, the Guru says. You are that which you are searching for. So in Bhagavad Gita, this shloka explains that beautiful thing. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Brahma Agno, Brahmana Hotam. The Sruva, what is the spoon, is called Brahma. And then oblation is Brahma, offered by Brahma into the frame. The man who puts the offer is also a Brahma. The Yajaman who does the yajna is also a Brahma. Ultimately, result to be got is also a Brahma. That is to say, everything is expression of that cosmic consciousness we are two. If we can understand our place and situation, probably we would be better. I usually get back to my bee example. Every bee in a beehive has its own duty in 6 short months of its life. Sometimes protecting jobs, sometimes bringing the flower, sometimes making honey, and so on and so forth. We also have got certain things at certain times. We are born born to do certain things at certain times. If we can realize that, we will not be grieving for our lives. We do that, offer it at the feet of God, and be relaxed. If the Bhagavad Gita doesn't make us relax, there is no medicine for us. It must change our life if we understand these things of Bhagavad Gita. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Brahmagno, Brahmanahutam. The man who puts the havis into the fire is also Brahma. The result to be got is also Brahma. This is what is Brahma. The means of offering is Brahma. Oblation is Brahma. Offered by Brahman into the fire. The man who offers it is also Brahma. Which is Brahma? Brahman indeed is to be reached by him. What is the goal? Goal is also reaching Brahma. Who sees everything as Brahma? So this is the concept which Krishna wants to have. One way or the other, we are all the expression of the same cosmic consciousness. That is what we call God. in different places, different time, different sex, and so on. All have a purpose in our living. We are a part of the cosmic whole. That is what is said in this shloka. I think we can recite. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi.
Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi.
Brahmagno Brahmanahutam.
Brahmagno Brahmanahutam.
Brahmaiva tena gantavyam.
Brahmaiva tena gantavyam.
Brahma karma samadhina.
Brahma karma samadhina.
Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi.
Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi.
Brahmagno Brahmanahutam.
Brahmagno Brahmanahutam.
Brahmaiva tena gantavyam.
Brahmaiva tena gantavyam.
Brahma karma samadhina.
Brahma karma samadhina.
That's a beautiful shloka which you have to understand. The essence of it is, we are also the expression of the same cosmic consciousness in a small way. We are in different places, having come here for a small purpose, which we have to realize. The ultimate purpose is to know what we are. If we know we are that, that's the end of our search. So then he says, Daivameva pare yajna yogina priyupaste brahmagne upare yajna yajnena yopadipati. And he continues, certain yajnas are being done by sadhakas. Karma yogis perform only the rituals that invoke deities. Daiva meva pare yajnam. Some people worship Daiva. That is also a yajna. Some people worship their own god. It could be any god for that matter. It could be Shiva, it could be Krishna, it could be Anjaneya, it could be Durga. Whatever god it is, one and the same. So worshipping Daiva is also yajna. Yogina paryupasate. Yogis worship gods. Yogis worship gods. And then Brahma Agneva pare yajnam yajnena yopajuhoti. And some other people, while others offer themselves by themselves, offer themselves to the cosmic consciousness, trying to realize that they are that cosmic consciousness. Daivameva pare yajnam yogina paryupasate. Some yogis worship devatas. It is also an yajna. So if you are doing an yajna, if you are worshipping God, you are doing yajna. I told you, at the end of the Bhagavad Gita course, Krishna tells us, what's going on in your house for these 3 or 3.5 months is nothing short of yajna. Jnana yajna. Jnana yajna is going on in 80 houses now, as I see on my screen. That is also a sitting and listening to try to understand yourself is also a yajna. Daivameva pare yajnam. Some people worship God. Brahma Agne, some people offer themselves to Brahma. That is also another way of worshipping this cosmic consciousness. There are different ways of worship, different ways to achieve Brahma. He gives some of them. And this is the after Brahma from Brahmahavi, this is the next one. Some people worship different gods. That is also an yajna. Some people offer themselves into the cosmic consciousness. That's also yajna. Offer themselves by themselves into the fire of knowledge. Jnana yajna. I think we can recite. Daivameva pare yajnam.
Daivameva pare yajnam.
Yogina paryupasate.
Yogina paryupasate.
Brahmagna vapare yajnam.
Brahmagna vapare yajnam.
Yajne nayopajuhoti.
Yajne naiva upajuhyati.
Daivameva pare yajnam.
Daivameva pare yajnam.
Yogina paryupasate.
Yogina paryupasate.
Brahmagna vapare yajnam.
Brahmagna vapare yajnam.
Yajne nayopajuhoti.
यज्ञेनैव उपजुष्यति.
For Krishna, we have seen in the chapter 3 only, yajna is all the work that you do for the good of society is of that level. Karma yoga means Arjuna doing the war to protect dharma is also a yajna, which he ought to do. And we also ought to work every day to fill our belly, maintain our family, nothing short of yajna. Shrotraadin indriyanyanye samyamagdishu jupati. What is the other yajna some people do? Trying to control their senses is also a yajna. Not succeeded, but still sincerely trying to win over the senses. Shrotraadin indriyan. Shrotra means ears. We have 5 senses: ears, nose, touch, smell, and so on. Trying to control their desires is also a yajna for Krishna. Shrotraadin indriyanyanye samyama agdishu juhoti. Samyama means to control. We are trying to offer into samyama agni our shrotraadin indriya. Indriya, manasu, etc. Shabdadin Vishayananda Indriya agdishu juhoti. Our 5 senses have 5 external things. Ear would be of no use if there is no sound. Eye would be meaningless if there is no light. Taste would be no meanings if there isn't a thing that tastes. Touch doesn't mean anything if there isn't an object. So for all our 5 senses, there are 5 sense objects. That is Shabdadin Vishayananda. Next line. Shabda, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha. Shabdadi. I'm referring to Shloka number 26. Shabdadin Vishayananya Indriya Agnishu. Shabda, Rupa, Rasa, Sparsha, Gandha. Those are the 5. We try to offer it into Indriya Agni. That is to say, again, trying to control our senses is for Krishna nothing short of yajna. Krishna doesn't say that yajna that we do, offering something in the fire with Purohit and so on and so forth, is not good. But he extends the logic. All the work that you do for the good of all, including the war that Arjuna has to fight, can rise to the level of an yajna if it is sincerely done. Shotradin indriyanyanya samyam agnishu juhoti. Shotradini means ears, nose, touch, smell, taste, and manas. When we are trying to control them, we are offering in the samyama agni. Samyama is to control. That is also in Agni, he says. Shabdadin Vishayananya Indriya Agnishu Jugati. Shabda, Rupa, Rasa, Sparsha, that is, they are the external things of our sense organs. They also offer it in the Indriya Agni. So that is to say, effort we make to win over our desires is nothing short of an yajna for Krishna. All our senses, mind and buddhi, if you are trying to control, you are doing yajna. That's the greatness of Bhagavad Gita. Yajna not just means that some Purohitas are there, some Veda mantra is recited, they offer it with a desire. No, it is beyond that. I think we can recite this. Shotradin indriyanyanye
श्रोत्रादीन इन्द्रियादन्ये
samyamagnishu juhvati.
संयमाग्निषु जुष्वति.
Shabdadin vishayanyanya
शब्दादीन विषयादन्या
indriyagnishu juhvati.
इन्द्रियाग्निषु जुष्वति.
Shotradin indriyanyanye
श्रोत्रादीन इन्द्रियाण्ये
samyamagnishu juhvati.
संयमाग्निषु जुष्वति.
Shabdadin vishayanyanya
शब्दादीन विषयानन्यः
indriyagnishu juhvati.
इन्द्रियाग्निषु जुष्वति.
Carefully note this shloka. He is saying, trying to control ourselves, our mind, is nothing short of yajna for Krishna. We are offering our desires into Samyamagni. It is considered as an yajna where we are trying to do samyama. Samyama is considered an agni, and we are trying to offer our desire into samyamagni, that is to make ourselves better. And then सर्वाणि इंद्रिय कर्माणि प्राण कर्माणि चैप्टर में आत्म संयम योगाग्नो युहति ज्ञान दीपिते. Other people also do some yajnas. Yajna is not just putting something in the fire. Sarvani indriya karmani prana karmani chapare. Apare means other people. The 27th sloka, last word on the first line. Sarvani indriya karmani prana karmani chapare. All indriya karmas, that is the touch by skin, the smell by nose, sound by ear, and all these. Sarvani indriya karmani prana karmani chapare. Atma samyama yogagno, underline that word there. Atma samyama means again trying to control over them. They are also trying to enlighten themselves. Self-mastery lighted by knowledge. That is, his summary in your book is written like this. Others offer all activities of the senses and organs into the fire of self-mastery lighted by knowledge. Offer everything to get enlightened. To get enlightened. Where do they offer it to? Offer it to Brahma to enlighten. Sarvani indriya karmani prana karmani chapare. Some other people, apare is other people, try to control all indriya karmas and prana karma. They try to offer it Atma Samyama Yogagno, controlling over themselves is an yajna, that is, he says, to get enlightened. Jnana Juhvati Jnana Deepite. To get enlightened, they do this yajna of understanding themselves and going beyond. These things we never thought these things are great, you see, but Krishna says these are two very important things. Our trying to become better is also an yajna. Day by day, a man may increase. In this or the next life, he may achieve what he is trying to achieve. Let's see, right? Sarvani indriya karmani.
Sarvani indriya karmani.
Prana karmani chapare.
Prana karmani chapare.
Atma samyama yogagno.
Atma samyama yogagno.
Juhvati jnana deepite.
Juhvati jnana deepite.
Sarvani indriya karmani.
Sarvani indriya karmani.
Prana karmani chapare.
Prana karmani chapare.
Atma samyama yogagno.
Atma samyama yogagno.
Juhvati jnana deepite.
Juhvati jnana deepite.
For Krishna, all good that we do is nothing short of yajna, which he said, Neha Vikramanashosti Pratyavayano Vidyate in the 40th sloka of 2nd chapter. Anything that you do for the good of the world will get you good result, and that is equal to an yajna. Now in the 24th sloka, 28th sloka, he underlines certain yajnas, which he mentioned earlier. Dravya yajna. Dravya yajna, tapo yajna, yoga yajna tata pare, swadhyaya jnana yajnasya yataya samshita vrtaha. Supposing you offer something in the fire as in the usual yajna, that is called dravya yajna, or this can also be extended. You help somebody in the need without expecting anything back from the man who receives the help from you. You offer him some help or money, that is also dravya yajna. Dravya yajna, tapo yajna. Trying to realize God is tapas. Trying to realize the truth is tapas. Tapas is not only spiritual tapas. A research scholar trying to solve his problem, which he has undertaken, has to do a tapas for years to get the truth. Here is an interesting thing. You will be trying to get something. The new thing flashes to you when we are prepared for that. That's our research. It is not that you take a sentence from here, take a sentence from there, put it and you call it your thesis. You must have undergone a lot of inner tapas, thinking, before you get a solution to the problem which you have been searching for. That is also a tapas. But here, of course, in Bhagavad Gita, we are thinking about the tapas we do to know the self. So tapas doesn't mean sitting somewhere, thinking about the same problem for a long time to get the solution. Here it is thinking about Atman is also a tapas. Dravya yajna, tapo yajna. Yoga yajna, the third one. All the karma that we do, if we can offer, that's called yoga. Krishna has been trying to tell us that we must be something like yogis. But the end of reading Bhagavad Gita, studying Bhagavad Gita. Who is a yogi? Does all the things that come in his way? Does them all? Offers back into Krishna? Just relaxed. That man is a yogi. Yoga karmasu kaushalam, samatvam yoga uchyate. The two you had in the second chapter. This balance of mind is yoga. Doing the work to the best of your ability and offer it back to the yoga. And he said in the third chapter, yajna shishta. Eating what you do, offering what you do to Bhagavan, and eating the prasadam of it, yajna shishta, and that's a great man. I told you what yajna shishta means in real sense. You offer something, what remains is yajna shishta. When you make a Ganahoma with modakas, say for example, you are offering 108 modaka to Ganesha through fire, you don't make just 108. Make 200, offer 108, and you do the Nevedyam of the remaining. Nevedyam, what remains later, later is called Prasada. That's why you call it Prasada. So, Dravya Yajna, Tapo Yajna, Yoga Yajna, Statapare. Other people do Dravya Yajna, some other people do Tapo Yajna, some other people do Yoga Yajna. Most important one is the next one. Swadhyaya Jnana Yajnasya. Every religion, except ours, big religions, make certain things compulsory for you. If you are a Christian, it is essential that you must go to church every weekend, listen to Bible. If you are in Islam, then you have to go to the mosque and do the prayer with him. We are missing that. Krishna says, trying to read the book that you ought to read is nothing but Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna. Swadhyaya means that we ought to study. My feeling is, you have got the highest book from this culture. The gist of all Upanishads, Sarva Upanishado Gavo Dogda Gopalanna, which you do in your prayers. Read Bhagavad Gita every day. We ought to. That is Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna. When you read it, there is another responsibility on you. You can't keep quiet. When you do it, you ought to give it to others also. If you earn a lot of money and keep it in the bank and die even without telling your children, that will be a waste. The same manner, the knowledge you have ought to be given to the people. That is also a yajna. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramatitavyam, Upanishad says. Don't forget study. Don't forget telling what you have studied to others. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramatitavyam. Studying and telling it, don't. Swami Virajashwara made me sit here in front of you for the same purpose. I told him that I read Bhagavad Gita once every day. No, sure, Swami, you must do it. It's your responsibility to do it. Then I really questioned him. I'm repeatedly telling this one because it's an important thing. Whom shall I give, sir? If they come, I can give, but whom shall I give? I said, that's not your question. You have to do it. His blessings was so strong. After his blessings, I began classes in 2008 in Shimoga. And when COVID came, the class came online because of our friend Nagendra, Seattle. And it is still running. How did people come? You ought to give it. That's exactly Dr. Raju is doing classes. If he keeps all that he knows to himself, it's going to be a waste. Try to give it. That is Swadhyaya Jnana. So should we read it every day is another question. I have understood Bhagavad Gita. It is sufficient. I need not do it every day. But the thing is, you eat thrice every day, you sleep every day night. Don't say I have slept once, I don't need any sleep anymore in my life. No, you will never say that. Same manner, you have to do the Swadhyaya Jnana. It is just like charging your battery, mobile. Your mobile will be useless if you don't charge it. You will be useless if you don't charge with your spiritual book. Charge every day. Swadhyaya Jnana is just this. Sit for some time, read a chapter, try to analyze. Many people say just recite that is good. They are too low in the ladder. What you have been reciting, the better thing is you must know what you have been reciting. That is the problem with our people. They recite Lalita Sahasranama, but they don't know what it means. Vishnu Sahasranama they recite every day, don't know what they means. Many people say, write Bhagavad Gita and offer it, you will get a certificate. Never knowing anything, why you wrote, you copied it, xeroxed it, and gave it and got a certificate. This is not what Krishna wants. When I say something, can I apply it to my life? What is the meaning of mantra that I have been saying? Only then you are in a better position, in a higher position. So Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna is a wonderful thing. You ought to do the Swadhyaya every day. How much? Sir, would it take a lot of time for us to read Bhagavad Gita? Initially it takes. Initially you may need 3 hours to read Gita. After years practice, if you get fast reading and if you can find the meaning of every shloka as you read, as if it is in Kannada or in your own language, Tamil or Malayalam or Marathi, whatever language, Hindi people, whoever people are there, it may take you to read silently, it may take only 45 to 50 minutes. Just finish and relax. That is Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna. Yataya Samshita Vrataha. Many yajnas are like this. Recitation of their own Vedas and self-knowledge. Swadhyaya is that we ought to study every day. Supposing you are a teacher. If you go to the class without study, you cut a sari figure in the class. You ought to. You want to know the meaning of Bhagavad Gita and want to realize it in your life, you ought to do it as a Swadhyaya. Every day, as long as we are alive. So, Dravya Yajna, giving money to others or using Dravya to offer in the fire. Tapo Yajna, tapas is nothing but constantly reflecting over a problem. Ramakrishna was also thinking how he could see Kali. Apart from Kali, he did not have anything at all because the Kali worshipper he was. Ramana was worshipping Shiva, he wanted to know Shiva. They were not satisfied until they expressed in that forum and assured them that I am there for you. That is a tapas. In our practical life, a man doing PhD is also doing tapas. It's not serious. It is a serious thing. We all know. We have passed 2019. Everything was going to be collapsed. COVID came. It took away many people in the family sometimes. But a question came in the mind of the scientists who were in the field. Day and night they began to think, what could be done? What could be done? Wasn't it tapas? It was. It was. So, an year's tapas by the scientists around the world, they could create a vaccine, taking which we are all safe now. That is also a tapas. Don't think worldly adventures are not tapas. So Swadhyaya is also tapas. Krishna says these are the tapas people do. This shloka is important because he mentions almost all of them in a single place. Dhruvya yajna, tapo yajna, yoga yajna, statapara means some other people, Swadhyaya jnana yajna, samshita vrataha. Those without having any doubt will do these yajnas. I think we can recite. Dravya yajna, tapo yajna,
Dravya yajna, stapo yajna,
yoga yajna, statapare,
yoga yajna, statapare,
swadhyaya jnana yajnasya,
swadhyaya yajnaya yajnasya,
yataya samshita vrataha.
yataya samshita vrata.
Dravya yajna, tapo yajna,
Dravya yajna, stapo yajna,
yoga yajna, statapare,
yoga yajna, statapare,
swadhyaya jnana yajnasya,
swadhyaya yajnaya yajnasya,
yataya samshita vrataha.
yataya samshita vrata.
Coming to this point of yajna, Krishna says, the most beautiful thing happens to be all that you do sincerely is yajna for him. The next shloka is an example. Apane juhati pranam prane panam tatapare. In our country, there is what is called pranayama. Pranayama is controlling over the breath. There are who are called pranayama parayanas like Baba Ramdev. They give different names for different way of breathing. But the essence of pranayama is just this. If you can take a long breath slowly and keep it for a long time, leave it out slowly, that is called one pranayama. There are three processes. Puraka, taking in, Kumbhaka, holding it, Rechaka, leaving out. One pranayama is that. This pranayama decides the age of our lives. The longer breathing animals live very long, which is known to the science also. A man can live to be 100. A snake can live to be 100. A tortoise can live to be 100. But shorter breathing animals like cows, dogs, horses, etc., they have their age of living is only 25. Still shorter one like mosquitoes, etc., in 3-4 days, their cycle is over. So our longevity of life depends on the pranayama ability that we have. How much long you can breathe in, how much long you can keep it without tension inside, and how much slowly you can leave it. This doing pranayama every day, Krishna considers Yajna, that's what a beautiful thing it is. It is also an yajna for Krishna. Apane juhati pranam. Some people, juhati means offer, apana into prana, prana into apana. That is breathing in, holding it, living out. Those who practice pranayama, prana apana gati rudva. Controlling the gati or the way of pranayama, that is naturally it happens. You see, it is an interesting thing. We will be breathing without knowing. When I say you have to take in now, next breath, and you have to leave it out because you are aware of it. If not, it happens. So prana apana gati mrudva, some people control the prana and apana. They are pranayama parayanaha. They are the experts in pranayama. Pranayama helps you a lot in overcoming the disorders in the body. More oxygen in the body naturally helps you to overcome the infections. And that is also an yajna for Krishna. That is also an yajna for Krishna. You will never, that's why I say, even if you attend 1,000 speech on Bhagavad Gita, such things come to you only when you go through Bhagavad Gita and try to understand each shloka, what Krishna is telling to me and you. Apane juhoti pranam prane panam tata pare. Some people do the homa of one offering. Holding is also an offering and letting it out also an offering. They will do that yajna. Pranayama parayana. There are many pranayama parayanas, masters of pranayama. That is, they help you to control your many disorders and other things. Many disorders can be controlled, and you can slowly practice this. When you are aware of the breath, if you are free, try to take slowly. And then hold it. Then slowly leave it out. Clear. One pranayama. If you can practice it, it itself is a meditation, itself is an yajna for Krishna. Anybody can do this yajna. Pranayama parayanaha. Apane juhati pranam. Some people offer prana and apana and prana. Those who try to control prana and apana also are pranayama parayanas. They are also experts in pranayama who teach you all these things. They are also doing yajna. So in the yajna list, even our breathing comes for Krishna. That's the important part of it. I think we can do that. Apane juhvati pranam.
Apane juhvati pranam.
Prane panam tata pare.
Prane panam tata pare.
Pranapana gati rudva.
Pranapana gati rudva.
Pranayama parayanaha.
Pranayama parayanaha.
Apane juhvati pranam.
Apane juhvati pranam.
Prane panam tata pare.
Prane panam tata pare.
Pranapana gati rudva.
Pranapana gati rudva.
Pranayama parayanaha.
Pranayama parayanaha.
It's different yajnas are not over it. The next one is again coming. Apare niyataharaha. Other people take limited food. Niyatahara means taking limited food. Pranam praneshu juhvati. They also do the prana, offer the prana in their prana. Sarve pete yajnavidaha. All these people are doing yajna. They know yajna. People who know yajna. Yajna kshapita kalmashaha. What they do is, they are removing their impurities through these yajnas. Wonderful. This chapter is wonderful because he has given us, for the first time, he told you that your breathing is also an yajna. If you sit and control it for some time and do it, it's an yajna. Apare niyatahara. Apare means other people. Other people do niyatahara, limited food. That's also an yajna. A man fully satisfied, a jnani, doesn't even have a desire to live, say eats only 3 chapatis a day and tries to live. And that is also a niyatahara. Or some people do the fasting. They are also doing yajna according to Krishna. But there is one thing which generally people ask me. Do you do Ekadashi fasting, sir? Krishna doesn't say it in Bhagavad Gita. He tells you to take limited food. But he doesn't say do the fasting. He says actually against it. Don't do that, he says. You will see it when I will draw your attention when you come to that. But if you are fasting, if it helps you in medical terms, I have no objection for that. But Krishna doesn't say that. That is what I am drawing your attention to. Krishna says a beautiful life, which I will draw your attention when you go to 6th chapter. Apare niyataharaha pranan praneshu vipati. Other people with niyatahara, limited food, offer prana in prana. Sarve pete yajnavidaha. All these people know yajnavidah. They will overcome all their sins by this yajna. That is the shloka number 30. Carefully follow it. Apare niyatahara. Other people who are having limited food to survive, pranan praneshu juhati. They are offering prana in prana. Sarve pete yajnavidah. All these people know yajna. Yajna kshapita kalmashaha. From their yajna, they will overcome all their evils, all their papas. So, different yajnas are told to us. Any one of them can be practiced. All of them also can be practiced. He says the greatness of yajna here. Offering something in the fire is an yajna, first place. All the good work that you do is yajna. I think we can recite this. Apare niyataharaha.
अपरे नियताहाराः
Pranan praneshu juhvati.
प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति
Sarvepyete yajnavidaha.
सर्वेऽप्येते यज्ञविदः
Yajnakshapita kalmashaha.
यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषः
Apare niyataharaha.
अपरे नियताहाराः
Pranan praneshu juhvati.
प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति
Sarvepyete yajnavidaha.
सर्वेऽप्येते यज्ञविदः
Yajnakshapita kalmashaha.
यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः